When it comes to upper extremity plyometric drills, most of us are familiar with slamming balls, throwing balls, things of that nature. It's what we call an open kinetic chain exercise because the distal segment, in this case being your arms, is moving. By comparison, a closed kinetic chain exercise is one where the distal segments generally stay more fixed, or the surface against what we're pushing doesn't move, we move. So a push-up is a great example of a closed kinetic chain exercise with the upper extremity. But if we're working this in the sense of plyometrics, we want to be explosive. So the question is, what exercise ideas do I have that can allow me to do closed kinetic chain plyometric drills in the upper extremity? Well, we have a lot. They're mostly going to start in the push-up position. So the easiest thing is just to have a surface, and you do what's called a clapping push-up. So from the clapping push-up, you're just going to a regular push-up position, push down, clap, and just drop down, all right? That'll be probably one of the easiest ones to do. Just keep in mind, you put a lot of stress on your shoulders, so make sure that you have a nice foundation of strength and shoulder stability before you start venturing into these types of exercises. Now, we have some options. We can also do what's called a drop-in, right? Sometimes called a deficit push-up, where you'd have two slightly elevated platforms right here, and you would kind of be transitioning from this position, kind of into that position, back up to that position, and you'd be kind of moving back and forth, right? You have other ideas. You can also work up and over. So you could be here, simply move, and make it a little bit more explosive if you wanted to, and you could kind of shift back and forth over a platform. What becomes more challenging is when you introduce unstable devices. So you could start in this position or with one hand on the floor and just try and stabilize. And then once you're ready, you can then transition. So a med ball over is kind of where you're in this position, you're pushing up, coming to here, pushing up, coming to there, right? Becomes a bit more challenging. Or ultimately, you can do kind of your clap push-up or your deficit push-up onto the ball, hold, drop down, and kind of do your exercise that way.